Good evening and welcome to Justeventonline News at 9. I am Anifat Ismail. The news headlines. Fed Govt mulls stricter penalties to combat building collapse. Minister coming to youth empowerment at Ilorin Emirate Youth Development 4th Summit. Honorable Yinka Aluko trains empower youth women in Ilorin East and South Federal Constituency. Lawmaker, others push for greater support of local contractors. Fagbemi assures of our government commitment to workers' welfare. CBN's new capital requirement will boost financial inclusion, Cardoso says. ASUU calls for varsity autonomy. And on sport, Osimhen ready for Eagles AFCON qualifiers. Now the news in details. The Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development has decried the impact of building collapse across the country, saying that punitive measures will be meted out to defaulters of building codes. Director of Planning Research and Statistics, Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development, Mohammed Bala, disclosed this on Monday, adding that efforts were ongoing to curb the menace. The Minister of Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande Wisdom, affirmed his commitment to youth and community empowerment initiative at the Ilorin Emirate Youth Development Association's 4th Youth Summit. Held on Monday in Ilorin, Kwara State Capital, the event commemorated the 29th coronation anniversary of the Emir of Ilorin, Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Zulu Gambari. As scholarships and empowerment grant was awarded to the 7 individuals from the community. In his address, Olawande applauded IDA's efforts to uplift underprivileged groups, emphasizing President Bola Tinubu's administration's dedication to fostering youth inclusivity and entrepreneurship in Nigeria.
Like I said yesterday, this will be my first outing as a Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And it's not an accident that is happening in Ilorin, Kwara State. Because we have always been part of this very state and Ilorin as a whole. Denifi Igbako àti Igbakeji àti Igbaketa fi ìlú Ilorin lẹ̀ láíláí. There's a message I want you to take home. The message is that in next 1 year, after I want to come back to Kwara State and Ilorin. I'll be coming before then. But I want to come back to Kwara State and I want to see us with at least 2 skills.
The minister also reiterated ongoing support and collaboration with IDA to further these goals. Professor Abdulrazak Alaro, in his lecture, encouraged Ilorin youth to leverage digital skills for global opportunities. While speaking, Malam Mohammed Abdullah, Chief of Staff to the Minister of Youth Development, highlighted the establishment of the Nigerian Youth Academy, an initiative aimed at enhancing youth skills development for competitive success globally.
Individual capacity in youth development, but about youth empowerment. À ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí pé báwo la ṣe fẹ́ gbé agbára wọ ẹnìkan tó ẹgbẹ́ látara ìgbé agbára wọ òun yẹn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn yóò tún sórí látara tiẹ̀ náà. So youth empowerment process tá a máa fi encourage àwọn young people láti pé kí wọ́n take charge life wọn ni. Aláàdúgbò àìpé ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n kan tí wọ́n pè ní Albert Ellis ó ní the most productive years of your life are those in which you realize that your problems are yours to solve. You don't blame it on government. Ìjọba ò ṣe dáadáa ni, wọn ò gbé kinní kan kalẹ̀ ni, bàbá mi ò fún mi lówó ni, ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ò tiẹ̀ yà sí mi ni. Ìwọ gbogbo gẹ́gẹ́ bí alára rẹ̀ kí ni nǹkan tó ní tó lè fi sọ pé nǹkan tèmi ní tí wọ́n bá kún mi lọ́wọ́ lórí nǹkan tí mo ní èmi náà fi jẹ́yàn.
In his farewell address, Alhaji Abdullahi Babatunde Salau, the outgoing national president of IDA, reflected on a decade of achievement under his leadership, which included extensive youth empowerment, education scholarships, and community infrastructure projects. He expressed gratitude to supporters, the Emir of Ilorin and IDA members, celebrating the association's significant milestones in promoting unity and cultural heritage.
And less privileged promoted cultural heritage and fostered unity among the people of Ilorin Emirate. I want to express my deepest gratitude to Almighty Allah, to every individual who has supported me throughout my tenure. Your trust, encouragement, and hard work have been the driving force behind our successes. I most especially appreciate His Royal Highness, the Emir of Ilorin, Alhaji Dr. Ibrahim Sulgambari, CFR, for being a father for all our 5 local government areas of Ilorin Emirate, as Ilorin East, Ilorin West, Ilorin South, and more local governments of Ilorin Emirate. I stand before you with a mixed emotion, gratitude, pride, and sense of accomplishment. As I reflect on our journey,
Alhaji Muhammad Othman Jaguma, the newly elected national president, outlined his vision for IDA's next chapter. He called for continued support from donors and financiers to propel IDA's mission of empowering youth, women, and artisans within the Ilorin Emirate.
Networking and advocating of Ilorin Emirates, partnership and collaboration, enhance community security. Thereof, as we embark on this journey together, I urge every member to join hands, share ideas, and work tightly towards our shared goal. Let us build a legacy of our service, compassion, and progress. To our sponsor, donors, finance, no matter how beautiful our ideas are, without your sponsor or without your support, they will amount to nothing. We appreciate all of you have done for us in the last 10 years.
A 4-day orientation, training, and empowerment program for women and youth in Ilorin East and South Fed Constituency held on Monday at Convolese Event Hall in Ilorin. The initiative, which is a collaborative effort between the National Institute for Hospitality and Tourism and Honorable Dr. Yinka Ahmed Aluko, member representing Ilorin East and South Federal Constituency at the Federal House of Representatives, Abuja, aimed to equip participants with valuable skills and knowledge to enhance their socio-economic status and contribute to community development. The participants were trained on the rudiments of poultry farming, soap making, Vaseline, paint, and bleach making, as the empowerment drive aligns with the cross-state government's focus on women's empowerment and youth development. Honorable Yinka Aluko, who was represented by Abdullahi Galadima, said the gesture demonstrated the Lawmaker's commitment to enhancing the socio-economic status of women and youth in Ilorin East and South. as well as the well-being and development of the constituency. The Honorable also provided startup funds of 50,000 naira each and equipment for the beneficiaries to assist them in starting a new life, as they were also presented certificates of attendance.
The training we organize for our constituency people, we try to assist the government of the state in order to eradicate the poverty in the society. So we need to empower our people in our constituency. Like the empowerment or the training is of 4 sections. So some people are go for the farming, poultry, some are go for the soap production, print production, porcelain, and the detergent. After the program, we are going to give them the starter pack in order to go and establish the business on their own, and with little financial assistance. At least, if they can use the money with the starter pack we give it to them, it will do something in their life.
Commended the initiative. The participants appreciated the gesture, saying the program will create a brighter future for Ilorin East and South constituents.
Wọ́n ṣe ètò owó fún wa tá a máa fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ lẹ́yìn ìgbà tá a kọ́ṣẹ́ ìtàn because program tó fún wa yìí wọ́n ṣe ètò owó wà lórí ẹ̀.
Wọ́n ní ọ̀rọ̀ nípa yẹn fún Honorable Yinka Aluko.
Ẹ̀wọ̀n mo dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ ọ̀gá mi Honorable Yinka Aluko ẹ̀ṣọ́ because empowerment tí wọ́n ṣe yìí ó tún mú ìṣẹ́ kúrò nínú ìyà nítorí pé tabaríkà wò ó pẹ̀lú gbogbo nǹkan tó ń lọ lọ́wọ́ báyìí ní Nàìjíríà nǹkan tí wọ́n kọ́ wá yìí ó fi mú kó jẹ́ pé ọ̀lẹ ó máa lágbára àti ṣiṣẹ́ nítorí pé tabawo nǹkan tí wọ́n kọ́ wá yìí ṣe tó tún wá tún fowó sí fún wa pé lẹ́yìn ìkọ́ṣẹ́ yìí ká tún gbowó ká tún fi establish ara wa àti mọ̀ pé tọ́ oríire ńláńlá ni wọ́n fẹ́ fún wa káwa náà ká jẹ́ èèyàn ká lè má máa tọrọ nǹkan ká má di ẹgbẹ́ pé wọ́n máa di bẹ́gà káàkiri tí wọ́n fẹ́ káwa náà ká kúrò ní iṣẹ́ káwa náà ká lè dènìyàn ńlá. Ìyẹn ó ṣe dáadáa in fact ó ràn wá lọ́wọ́ lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ èkíní a rí ẹ̀kọ́ kọ́ nípò ìkejì ó tún ràn wá lọ́wọ́ láti jẹ́ káwa náà kúrò nínú àwọn òtòṣì tí àwa náà jẹ́ ẹnìkan tí ó reach torí nípa ọṣẹ yẹn nípa àìsà nípa ipro nípa bleach àti paint production táwa náà bá sì ti ń ṣe àwa náà mọ jèrè ń bẹ̀ á dẹ̀ mọ ṣàdúrà fún wọn torí wọ́n fún wa lóúnjẹ jẹ owó tí a ká fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ torí pé bí Nàìjíríà ṣe ń lọ yìí àti ríṣẹ́ ó nira díẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ràn wá lọ́wọ́ wọ́n fún wa ní owó ribiribi láti jẹ́ kí àwa náà lè dá dúró ká lè mọ ọ̀tà ká sì lè mọ ìjẹun bẹ̀ ká lè ran ọmọ nílé ìwé.
Federal lawmakers have called for the inclusion of local contractors in the country's construction industry to foster national development. The lawmakers, drawn from the Senate and the House of Representatives, made a call in Abuja at a summit on local contractors. Chairman of the Senate Committee on Works, Barinda Kwigi, highlighted Nigeria's vast and diverse infrastructural landscape, which offers numerous opportunities for growth and transformation under President Bola Tinubu's administration. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Fagbemi son, has assured that the Fed Govt will continue to work on ways to improve workers' welfare. Fagbemi said, besides the measures already put in place, including wage increase, the Fed Govt will continue to prioritize the welfare of the nation's workforce. The AGF spoke in Abuja on Tuesday during the opening session of a 3-day training event for State Council on proceedings in the National Industrial Court, organized by the Federal Ministry of Justice. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Cardoso, has stated that the new capital requirements for banks operating in the country will enhance the capacity to drive financial inclusion. Cardoso made a statement on Tuesday at the second International Financial Inclusion Conference. He said, in line with the efforts to deepen financial inclusion, the Central Bank of Nigeria recently introduced new minimum capital requirements for banks. He said it's a strategic move ensures that banks are well capitalized, enabling them to take on greater risk, particularly in underserved markets. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, has called on vice chancellors to fight for the future of universities and not rely on external forces. The union also warned that the continued stagnation of resources would hinder the growth and development of the sector. Speaking at the meeting, the president of ASUU, Professor Emmanuel Oshedeke, said university leaders must fight for themselves and not rely on others to negotiate their future. The last on the news is sport. Victor Osimhen has declared his readiness for the last phase of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers against Benin Republic and Rwanda. The former Ilorin player is now set to rejoin the Eagles for international duties after missing Nigeria's recent double-header against Libya, sharing his excitement and confidence following his strong showing ahead of the break. And that will be all on Justeventonline News at 9. Here is a recap of the story. Fed Govt mulls stricter penalties to combat building collapse. Minister commit to youth empowerment at Ilorin Emirate Youth Development 4th Summit. Honorable Yinka Aluko trains empower youth and women in Ilorin East and South Federal Constituency. Lawmaker others push for greater support of local contractors. Fagbemi assures of our government's commitment to workers' welfare. CBN's new capital requirement will boost financial inclusion, Cardoso says. ASUU calls for varsity autonomy. And on sport, Osimhen ready for Eagles AFCON qualifiers. Thank you for watching Justeventonline News. Remember, each and every stage has its own impact and its challenges for lessons to be learned. For more news, visit www.justeventonline.com and to read more updates, follow us on our social media platforms with a tap at Justeventonline. You can also send us an email on justeventonline@gmail.com. I'm an infant is not here. Good night.